So thank you everyone for being here with us. Finally, I think I get to control my laptop, and it allows me to start with the presentation. This is a webinar that I have put together for you to have the 3 elements that you need to know of yourself, your brand, to be able to represent your brand in your looks. Why it is important? Well, we are going to see that the importance through 3 of my main discovering that I had in my practice or in my years of experience. And that allows me to finally create this methodology that that teach you very well how to create that high achieving personal brand look. And it is high achieving because it's the look that allows you to visually represent your personal brand values, your skills, and everything that you stand for. So, we are going to have the webinar we are going to start the webinar with a little, with a short practice. Imagine yourself. For this, you only need to use your imagination. Imagine yourself that you are in a remote island that you were planning to go for a couple of maybe years, and finally the time has come that you get to go there with your family to enjoy well-earned vacations. Suddenly, from nowhere, you start to feel a toothache. The toothache starts to be unbearable. And then, since it is a remote island, the only option you have to look for help is asking the local folks to recommend somebody, no, for you to get treatment. Then one of them tells you everything that you need to know to go to meet the person that helped them deal with any pain. And when you meet them, or when you meet him, he greets you. Oh my God. Okay, now I can't do anything. My God. I don't know what is happening with, here. He has these hands. Probably all the students, the pain is starting to not be that unbearable. You think, well, after all, I've been in much worse pain in my life and I can handle it, because you won't open your mouth to somebody with these hands. You are expecting someone that can take care of you with clean hands. That's the first thing we are expecting from anybody that offer health care. So that's why is that? Is because while we are growing up in our entire life, we are learning symbols to help us to simplify our reality, the things that happen to us every day, the situation we face every day. We use symbols to try to simplify it, because we are all always in a hurry. And if we wouldn't have that system of symbol, it will be impossible to really get to know everybody before getting to decide if we are safe or unsafe in the presence of somebody. So that's the reason why it is so important for you to take advantage of your personal image, of your personal brand look, to convey and communicate those skills, values, and everything you stand for. Before getting into the knowledge, into the meat of this workshop, I want to tell you about my own story of personal brand evolution. So this is me with my lovely sisters. This is me, and the other ones are my sisters. And there was a time when I only wear jeans and t-shirts all the time. So, sometimes I was brave enough to switch to a khaki as the one I was wearing with the little dog there. But there was also a time in my life when I was like 27, 28 years old, that I wanted a little more, no? I wanted to earn more money, and I get to know in the company that I was working for at that time, where was the real money, because of course I was doing the job description for the organization, and I got to know everybody's salaries. And I realized that in human resources wasn't the money for in that company. It was in another unit that is called merchandising. Then I decided to come from the human resources to merchandising, and I found myself in a very new situation. Everything was new. I was in the position to learn everything from zero, and on top of that, I ended working for a unit that I didn't like. It was sports. I was the unit that buy the goods that the retail stores sell, but it was everything about sports. Most of the people in my team and in the vendors team were male or men. And well, all they talk about all the time was the last game, right? And I was bored to death and worried to death, because I was thinking that I had no possibility to advance in my career. So I spent one entire year worrying about that, about what I didn't know, and about what I didn't like, that was a sport, until I realized that, well, that was something that I couldn't control. The only thing that I could control was me, the way I was feeling, because I was feeling inadequate, that I didn't fit the field, no? So I decided to go under my own personal style transformation. And this is a quote that I found recently in a TED Talk that says, when you change the way you look at things, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And that's exactly what happened for me. When I stopped looking at and focusing in what I didn't know, I started to pay attention to what I do have, or I did have to offer to the table, to add value to that business. So I started my own transformation, and it was so powerful for me that I not only earned more money, earned my promotion, but also that was more important for me, that I got the attention from the head, the director of this creative services in that retail company in Venezuela, where I am from, and she just happened to take now her coffee down in my same level, because she wanted to know how was I dressing that day, what I was wearing that day. And that was the moment I realized that the image you project with your clothing is absolutely powerful. And it was powerful for me because I got her attention, and it opened an entire new set of opportunity for me to go in that direction that I wanted. That was my ultimate goal, to be the head of this creative services in that company. So that being said, I also realized that I wanted more women, all women in the world, to have and to feel this same power that I was feeling, that I just discovered. So I got again in another switch of careers, and I got certified as an image consultant by two of my favorite people in the world, but one of them is Stacey London. She was the co-host of What Not to Wear, in an international TV show, where I ended crying with every single makeover she did, because I was so happy for those women to take a look of themselves in the mirror with a straighter body position or body expression with a happier expression and with a more like happy look at their or sight at themselves. So I told to myself, I want this in my life. I want to be that person that help women to create the look that make them feel extraordinary, just as it happened to me. As you can see, this is my evolution. I still, no, it's not like I am still changing. It's an evolution, but now I got to this point where you can see me with sneakers in this picture. Sneakers, a dress pant, a dress, a t-shirt, a lot of jewelry, and I was feeling extraordinary because I was able to express all my creativity in there. Creativity that I wasn't expressing before when I just wear with t-shirt and jeans. Here, this is my all-time favorite styles because of it mixes my 3 favorite fashion style, which are dramatic, traditional, and relaxed, all at the same time. The same thing happened with this other outfit, where I am wearing this t-shirt, which has the Beatles. And I used to have this t-shirt for, I don't know, maybe 12 years. And I suddenly realized that, but I can do an outfit to go out because I was using that t-shirt to paint my home and do chores around the home, around the house. But I just decided to wear it with a blazer, with a fashion skirt, and voila, there is another outfit that speaks a lot of how I can mix and match pieces and how I can represent my brand, which is creativity and flexibility with my clothing. So that was my evolution, and that made me realize that the power of the personal brand look is that you can improve the message retention of whatever you are communicating. And that happened also not only for product and services, because you can see when a company try to sell you something, that company needs to package that something in a way that makes sense. So our brain believes what we are seeing and also hearing. So that's why the rate of retention increased by 65% when images match the message. And that's the same that a movie producer and cartoon designers do also for their characters. In movies, in cartoons, we see that certain characteristics are common for the villains here and for the princesses or heroes here. All we see is, or in this picture, we see that the villains had a lot of darker colors and the heroes or the princesses has a lot of pastels and more softer looks. And that's the same you can do with your personal brand look. You can communicate the traits, the personality traits that are in alignment with your values and skills. For example, if you opt for, hello? If you opt for a look, more sharper look like the villains, for example, using black, white, red, you are going to project a more independent, deliberate, daring, reserved, formal, closed image. And if you are needing to project that, so you need to represent your personal brand look with this coloring or creating a little bit more of a sharper angular shape for your eyebrows, because you can see here that almost every single eyebrows is angular. Other detail that you can see here is the eyes. Here, almost everyone has like almost closed eyes. And in comparison to the princesses or heroes, you have wide open eyes. And why is that? Well, everybody knows that the eyes are the window to your soul. So they make sure that the villains are closing that window, but the heroes are wide open because they want to project honestly, that they are approachable, that you can trust them. And actually also other distinction is that they have softer facial features, softer than the villains. And all that help to communicate the personal traits that they are yielding, idealistic, friendly, open, fragile, and everything that they want to project with those characters they get to do using color, using design, using facial features. And you can do the same for your personal brand. The other thing that by creating a personal brand look, you can have a freedom from trends, because fashion trends are not useful for most of us. Most of us work at other industries that are not beauty or fashion or entertainment. So with this methodology of doing your personal brand look, you will be free of that confusing fashion trends. And how you can do that? By knowing your 3 preferred fashion styles. I am going to present here the 6 fashion styles, the only that exist, and then all that you hear from other people that says, oh, she's bohemian, creative, glam, or wherever fancy names they come up, they come from these 6 basic or core fashion styles. The first one is the traditional, is very business-like and is appropriate for very formal and conservative environment, as in politics and in law, as in conservative in general work environments. This is one of the classic styles where you can have your foundation pieces. The sportive. The sportive is a fashion style that help you to represent or to look as an assertive, commanding, independent people or person. Is a semi-structured style where you can mix pieces as, for example, this vest and then the turtleneck and then the skirt, which are pieces less structured. And it helps you in overall to communicate that you are mature, that you can be aggressive, but at the same time approachable. And that's ideal for casual, business casual, outdoor activities, and it could be inappropriate for very formal environments. Elegant. The elegant is the royal style. Everyone that is related with royalty dress this style. Why? Because it is refined and dignified. It's very impeccably put together from head to toe. They take care of their look, from the hair, the makeup needs to be on point, the jewelry needs to match the clothing needs to match the accessories. Everything is so perfect that at the end, that perfection makes other people feel like
to just the app right now where it's currently at, just being functioned for like event management basically. But we
I don't understand what is happening. Hello? Yes? Somebody has a question? I don't know why I don't have access to the
No, I think somebody was unmuted, so you can go ahead. Somebody was speaking on the phone, yeah.
Okay. So yes, the style, the elegant style is so perfect that then it makes other people that we are all not perfect feel uncomfortable, and that you are not related to me because you are so perfect. So it could be intimidated for people and make them feel uncomfortable. Now we have the three fashion styles that actually change with trends, but actually if even if they are changing, there are some aspects of that style that you can still have for many years. First, the relaxed style. It has no structure, it is casual and friendly, and it appears to be more for leisure activities, every day, the mom on the go. And yes, it's very easy to put together. The romantic is soft and feminine. It is the preferred style for many women, but actually it is because we are more feminine. It is more soft, it's more approachable, but we need to have we need to be very careful with this style because it may appear too freely and soft for business. So it is hard to represent authority and leadership wearing this style. Dramatic is the runway looks. I mean, this is the high fashion looks, the bold and sophisticated, and it is only appropriate for entertainment industry, the fashion industry, some jobs in marketing and galas. Otherwise, if you are looking too fashionable in more conservative environments, you may look like you are maybe superficial, not entirely into your work. So you need also to be careful of these elements. And finally, I don't know if I am going too fast, but here is that by creating your personal brand look, which is unique to you and to your personal brand, is that you will be able to decide what to wear very fast. Actually, my methodology is a simple methodology that you can apply and repeat for every day of your life, and that will allow you to decide what to wear in 5 seconds or less. In that methodology, it has several pillars, but one of these are the one we are going to learn today, that are the professional dressing level that is expected in your industry. So there you are going to have the key pieces to create the adequate professional dressing level for your industry. And also with that methodology, but we are not, because we don't have time today, we are not going to touch others pillars of that methodology. So here, the professional image levels, the highest level is the level 4, which in which the key element is the matching suit. As you can see, it has to be a suit with a jacket and a skirt, or a jacket and a pant that are made from the exact same fabric. It's a matching suit. Then you can, and it's actually expected to have a lighter blouse or lighter shirt underneath, so you create high contrast, because this professional level is meant to represent authority, credibility, to look persuasive, stable as a leader, and is appropriate for management, personnel, for banking, government, and law. So here the key element for you to have in your wardrobe and for your personal brand look is the matching suit. Then we have the level 3, in which the key element is the blazer or jacket. It could be a more casual blazer as the one here, and it could be mixed and matched with other pieces that are less predictable than the other level. And you can see here you are mixing in these outfits the 3 levels of contrast: medium, high, and lower contrast in between the coloring in those outfits. And that less predictable look help you to communicate that you are influential, accessible, capable, dependable, reliable, but also creative, because you are using those pieces in a less predictable way. And it is appropriate for retail, education, real estate, travel, counseling, healthcare, hospitality, and so on. Then the professional image in level 2, the key element here is the color. So you need to wear a button-down shirt like this too, that has color, of course, so you are appropriate in this level. This level is appropriate for fashion, arts, IT here in Silicon Valley, PR, music, journalism, and it is a level of dressing, professional dressing, that use a unpredictable use of elements or pieces. For example, here she is wearing this button-down shirt with a ribbon, and she did a bow from that ribbon that is not necessarily part of the shirt. That unpredictable use of elements allows also for you to look more creative. So the messages is approachable, influential, cooperative, informal, flexible, and relaxed. And I will add the creativity too. The level 1 is not require any color. Actually, that's the key element, is not to wear collar or jacket or anything like that, are softer and unstructured fabrics. And one of the messages, or some of the messages that you can communicate with this personal brand is that you are available, that you are agreeable, responsive. So they are not messages if you want to look like a leader or you are looking to project more authority. This level of professional dress is appropriate for construction, factory, landscaping, so you can see as a very manual labor or business or jobs. So these are the elements in the 3 groups of elements that you need to start to recognize in your own style, so you can communicate the appropriate messages in your personal brand look. On top of that, on top of having or increasing your message retention, you are going to be free of the confusion of all these fashion trends and offering that doesn't mean anything for us that work in another industry. And also you are going to finally don't spend that much time, because there are studies that show that a woman in her lifetime can spend up to 6 months of her lifetime deciding what to wear. So when I realized that, I thought I need to change that reality for the people that work with me. They need to be able to use those 6 months in any other leisure activity that they want. They can learn another language. They can actually start a business in those 6 months. So that's why I put together a Master Your Personal Brand Look program. And this is one of the ways you can create with me your personal brand look. And it is a 90 days program in which we are going to celebrate your 360 degrees silhouette, which is your silhouette from the front and also from the entire 360 degrees point of view of your silhouette. You are going to discover your preferred fashion styles and define and choose strategically the ones that are going to help you to communicate your desired values from your personal brand, we are going to work with your best clothing silhouettes and reinventing your current wardrobe. We are going to go to your house to check everything you have and create from that the already pieces that you have, new outfits for you to represent your personal brand immediately. So you get results very quickly in maybe 4 hours of work. Then we are going to define your color palette. Your color palette is here the core of all your future easiness for you to create your personal brand, because you are going to decide which color you need to represent your brand, as for example Coca-Cola did for their logo, as everyone, AT&T, every single brand you know out there, it has their definitive color palette, and you can do the same for your clothing. That way you take out all the distractions that comes from fashion, and you are to concentrate only in the colorings that are appropriate for your personal brand. Your laser focus shopping trips that you actually enjoy, because there will be so fast and there will be focus in a shopping list. As the same way when you go to do grocery shops, you are going to be focused in that list and nothing else. If you don't find your color, you are good to go in maybe 30 minutes. Or maybe if you find your coloring, find your perfect silhouettes, you are going to spend more time, of course, but you are going to be done forever, or at least for the next couple of years, with shopping, because you won't need anything else. You are going to do this entire process based on your personal brand values, and that doesn't change from season to season. That will be with you through your career until you decide to change industries, to change maybe your career. But if you don't do that, you don't need to change anything else. You are going to install your decisive 5-second closet, which will allow you, of course, to decide what to wear in less than 5 seconds. You are going to have your high achieving lookbook, which is a catalog with your outfits in your closet and ready for you to wear. And you are going to have 12 weekly outfit planning sessions with me on the phone. Don't imagine that you need to spend your entire 90 days with me. We are going to work together maybe in the first 4 weeks in a period of 3 hours every week, if you can. And then we are going to be having this weekly outfit planning session by phone, by Zoom, by other methods. And of course, you are going to be graduating from your personal brand look lifestyle, because in those 90 days, you are going to change the way you used to dress, only to cover your body and only to be comfortable for the weather. And you are going to change that lifestyle into your personal brand look, and you are going to be able to represent those values and what you stand for forever. So this is a regular price of $3,799, but for you today, this is the price, $3,157. Now, I am recruiting 10 people. Well, actually, I only have now 9 spots available in a beta testimonial group that I am creating to have, of course, testimonials from this program. And that's the special offer. If you are living in the Silicon Valley Bay Area or San Francisco Bay Area, and you are working for any tech company or any environment where you are a minority, I mean, where it is male-dominated environment, you are eligible for this program. And this special deeply discounted price of $1,599 for your testimonial participation. So this is all. If you want to participate in that, just grab my cellular phone. It's here, 408-613-3428, and please follow me in my social media here. I'm going to leave that page there, and maybe we can send it later. And then I need to stop sharing, I think, but we are very much done by now.